I have a very busy life, and it has allowed me to do my life. There's no price that can be placed on that. I don't think I could run the business without it. Like, I couldn't. I need it.
All right, hi everybody, I'm Len Friedman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Wellness Living, and welcome to another edition of the CEO Tour. Today, I'm in Bradford, Ontario, Canada, and I'm visiting with Rosie of Breathe Hot Yoga and Wellness Studio. I'm gonna be doing a hatha yoga class today, so I'm really excited about that because I'm all super stiff. I've just been training, doing some weightlifting, and what better way to end this week than to do some hot yoga, and we got hatha yoga in store for me later today. But before we get to the class and all that stuff, we're gonna talk to Rosie. We're gonna hear her story. We're gonna find out how she started this amazing place. So come on everybody, come with me. Let's go inside and check it out. Okay, Rosie, this is the fun part. This is the part where you get to share your story. I know you have a great one. Like, talk us through, like, first off, how you got into yoga. Like, why yoga? Yeah.
About 10 years ago, we decided to make the move to Bradford, and I was searching for my yoga studio. And as those of you know, or as people know, that when they find their place, that's their place. And so it was hard to transition. And so I found a yoga studio in town here, and within like 4 months, they were closing. And so the owner was like, oh, you should buy it, you should buy it. And as a joke, I said to my husband, let's open a yoga studio. And I didn't think he was gonna say yes, and he said yes. So our journey began in 2018 when we decided to take on the other yoga studio, change space, change names, and make it our own, and that's how Breathe Yoga was born.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's an awesome story.
Yeah, it was great.
So you took something that you were really passionate about, and you turned it into a business, right? And
It was a labor of love.
For sure.
Yeah.
And your husband played a big role in this too, right? Like,
yeah, big role. Yeah, he built this, and he went along with it. And usually, with all my ideas, he's like, no. And that time, he said yes.
That's amazing.
And then I went, oh.
It's amazing to have someone that has your back like that,
Yes.
that can support you.
Yeah.
And and this has been your dream, and
Absolutely.
yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And talk us through what about yoga kind of helped you with anxiety.
So to walk into a room and know that most of the people in that room are feeling the exact same way you are, there's a comfort in that no one or nothing can give you, because you walk through this world every day, you're thinking, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling like this? I don't want to tell anybody. This was a good 15, 20 years ago where not a lot of people spoke about anxiety. And I didn't even really know what it was at that time. It's only now, just having gone through the journey and so many other things, that I realize what it is. And so my intention for the studio was to help people, to give them a safe space where, they can leave the busyness and the bright lights of the outside world and just come in here and know that they can trust themselves and that they're okay in their own bodies. So.
Yeah, that's really amazing. I think it's one thing about yoga is a lot of it has to do with just kind of the breath work.
Oh yes, we do that too.
And just the ability to kind of feel your body and kind of, rather than the environment, focus on external things. You're kind of focusing inward on on your breath, on how you're feeling, on all of that. So. Yeah, it's really a magical thing. And different forms of exercise. I know, like for me personally, I guess I suffer a little bit of that anxiety and kind of like that piece. And I found that, you know, weightlifting was kind of my outlet where I can kind of get my stress out. And years ago, I also practiced yoga, and it really helped me because I had a bunch of injuries and knees stuff going on, and it really helped that aspect of it. So talk us through some of the healing aspects of yoga, the physical things, that the rehabilitation and all of that yoga benefits people from.
So absolutely. And I mean, along with yoga, we've expanded too, which is great in that healing process, because there's so many modalities that actually come together with yoga. So I find, like, my husband just started. We've had this for almost 7 years, and he just started this year because, of course, he was nervous about coming into a room full of what he thought was all women, but we do have quite a few men practicing. And I know specifically for men, they're tight. You are doing a lot of weightlifting, and you're not stretching as much as you should. And so he really feels a lot of release when he comes in here from the stiff joints, his back, and just to be able to make his practice of weightlifting even more successful for him.
100%.
I always tell people with injuries, you know, we always ask them to tell us before they come in, but the heat, being in a heated room is also very beneficial because it does open everything up. It loosens everything up.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
So, I mean, some of the health benefits are, again, mental clarity. And the thing is, when you bring your stress down, you're improving your health. So it's that stress release, anxiety release, circulation. The heat is good for most people. I feel like a lot of people get it in their head that they don't like the heat, so they don't want to try it. So I try to coax them into, okay, come on, sit at the back. You start to your body becomes used to the heat, right? So yeah, I mean, I think for myself, a lot of it is the mental health benefits. And if you build that foundation, your overall health improves, your physical health improves. But with specific injuries like knee injuries and back injuries and sport injuries, the heat is really good. And I always recommend the yin class or the restorative class, because the yin class is extended periods of stretching. So that really helps to lengthen the muscles. And it's also good for digestion. Yoga is great.
Yes.
It really is. And it's not because I love it, but it's great. It's a great like add-on. Like you're weightlifting, you come to yoga once a week, or, you know, and we have a lot of people coming from F45 now because they can't handle I don't know how you say it, like what's happening on their bodies, to their bodies as you get older. You kind of need both, right?
You really do. I found when I practiced yoga regularly, like years ago, that was when I was at sort of my peak physical, and really like I was more limber. You know, the flexibility was there, and I found that they kind of helped me rebuild the strength and strengthen my joints and sort of the ligaments and sort of those connective tissues, and for whatever reason, I really had a lot of like explosive strength, like, so I was able to jump, like my vertical increase just by, I guess, being more cognizant about the body and the balance and being able to sort of, I guess, body aware. And now what we're finding is, I think a lot of like professional athletes are kind of embracing a lot of them, right? Like it's
hockey
kind of
teams,
hockey teams, all of this, not just for the rehabilitation aspect of it, but the performance benefits that you gain. And it's not just like for women, like you were saying.
No, it's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
Kids, everybody.
Yeah, everyone. So all fitness levels. There's a class here, right? And talk us through. You mentioned some of those classes, but this is really multidisciplinary studio. This is not just yoga.
No, it's not. So I mean, it's a wellness. Like, I mean, it was yoga. It turned into a wellness studio. I mean, you know, wherever we see a need, we try to accommodate that need. People want Pilates, we're doing Pilates, and the classes are jam packed. They are jam-packed. We do kids yoga, we do cold plunging events. I'm an avid cold plunger. We do sound baths, we do cacao ceremonies, we do hypnosis, hypno-sound baths. We have a spiritual medium that comes in every 6 weeks, tarot readings. We do it all because these are things people want, and we're in Bradford and it's not always accessible for people. And so to bring them in, it gives them an opportunity to expand their knowledge on different things and their experiences, right? So these experiences you usually can only get outside of, I mean, we are a city, but we're not. And usually you have to go to Toronto to have these experiences. So it's nice to be able to offer. This summer was really great because we have a pool in our backyard and I started the floating sound baths.
Oh, wow.
So we have the air mattresses in the pool and we have the sound bath around the pool.
Very cool.
And oh my gosh, incredible.
Awesome.
Incredible
And
experience.
this is like for those of you that don't know, Bradford's like really a small town outside of Toronto. And we're just like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
Like it's not out there or anything, but small town. And you've built an amazing community here of people that are, you know, they're diehard people.
They
right,
are.
that come
They
and,
are.
like, really,
Yeah. They really have found peace, and it fills their cup. They always, you know, the constant thing is we're family here. They feel something special as soon as they walk in the room, and it is their safe space, right, where they get to come for an hour from, you know, the noise of the outside world, whatever that might be. And
Cool. And tell me some of the secrets of success. Like the studio is booming, you guys are packed. Like what are some of the things that have been really working really well for you and that kind of differentiate you from some of the other things going on?
so I think number one, never forget where you come from. Never forget. When you lead with intention, when you lead with kindness, when it's good, when you want something good, it comes. And people have to feel it. People have to, I use the word buy into it because they do. They have to buy into it. You have to make them feel like this means so much to me for them to be here. And it does. Like it truly, truly does. And, you know, I think also making pricing accessible. You know, I was once told, Rose, why are you worried about selling, you know, 5 scarves at $40 when you can sell 25 scarves at $10? And it's true. Like, a lot of yoga studios are charging well over $150 a month. In the world and the economy we're living in today, we can't. There's so many people that can't, and there's so many people that need this space, that are struggling financially, health issues. They need to be here. So we keep our costs as low as we can, and we make it accessible to everyone. I think that's really important. You know, I make it very personalized. Like, you can call me, you can email me anytime. Like, I'm gonna respond. I'm that person. I'm the one that does all of that. So I've really built relationships with people, and I think that's really important. You have to build relationships, and you have to lead with good intentions.
That's awesome. Yeah, 100%. Talk us through, I know software plays a big role in the success of your business. Talk us through how you maintain that connection with your clients using our software.
So through Wellness Living, it's great because I can do my marketing, like I can send my emails. Also with the app, it's been incredible because I don't need to hire a front-end manager or a front-end desk person, and I have a very busy life, and it has allowed me to do my life, and there's no price that can be placed on that. And so even for my clients, like, I don't use a computer, I don't have an iPad here. Like, I do my stuff at home, people have their, you know, the app. It works, and it's easy for the client, it's easy for me. I don't think I could run the business without it. Like, I couldn't, I need it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, we kind of made it really easy for you to offload all those administrative tasks to an app, to the software, you know, and leaving you to do what you love to do, and that's teaching classes, building that community. You know, that's what it's all about for us, is really supporting you and your business so you could do what you love.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that about it.
Cool. And I know that you had transitioned over, I think, from another software platform. And for a lot of folks out there, thinking about doing that transition, and they're thinking, how, like, oh my goodness, there's so many years of data, what am I gonna do? And that's one of the biggest obstacles of just that comfortability that we wanna give the folks out there, that, it's not, this is what we do every day, multiple times a day, hundreds of times a month, as we're transitioning folks from other software plans that maybe aren't as effective as our software, and we do that well, tell us about your experience. How did that transition from the old software to the new one? How did that work out for you?
Well, it was scary, absolutely. And I mean, it's easy to stay comfortable with the uncomfortable, but you're not really comfortable with it. And I knew that I had to make a change. And I was apprehensive because of exactly what you said, the work that was going to go into it. I had, 2.5 years of, clients, memberships, and all of that. But Wellness Living made it very smooth to transition. I had support over the telephone, email, if we wanted to meet virtually. It took me a couple months, and then
you're up
smooth
and running.
sailing from there. Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Awesome, that's
it was
amazing.
Great.
Yeah, I know that we spent a lot of time on our really perfecting that sort of onboarding motion, and helping business owners like yourself transition from other software platforms. And we have just a phenomenal team at Wellness Living that we like to think of ourselves as the company or the software company with a heart. And every single one of our staff really feel that, and they practice that every day when they're dealing with hundreds of customers. So it's really an amazing to hear that you had a wonderful experience, and you're thriving. Right, that's the most important thing. When you guys win, we win, right? So that's awesome. Talk us through like the space, what you got going on, what makes it unique, how are you generating heat? I see some of these panels.
Yeah, so this is a one-room studio. I feel that people really gravitate towards this, and they like that it's small, that there's like there's one mirror, there's no windows, right? It's private. So this was built in 2018. This was an old grocery store, which was just cement.
Oh, wow.
Cement. There was nothing. There was no washroom. Yeah. So it's pretty incredible to see where we were and where we've come from now. So in the front is just where you walk in. There's a little bit of a seating area. We've got some local artisans products out at the front. Your water. I mean, that's our meet and greet there. Like we just kind of, hey, how are you? Some people kind of hang around. They want to talk. You've got your back room.
But going into the artisan piece, that's really important, I think, because what you do is you kind of bring in the community, all the different trades, and these are folks that again, like you want to build that sense of belonging and community, and what better way than bringing local artists and have their items there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important because it brings people in from different parts. So like Aurora, Newmarket, Barrie. Also, again, because we're a small town, you can't access, you want a Mala bracelet, you have to drive all the way here. At least, if somebody needs something, they can just come. We also do vendor markets, and we just did our past one in support of breast cancer.
Yeah, talk us a little bit about that. What connected you with that particular cause?
So during COVID and trying to run the business, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was a surprise. And I realized that we were lacking so many resources, and that there was not a lot of support for women with breast cancer. And I didn't realize the enormity of it until I was on the other side of it. So while trying to run the business and trying to fight breast cancer, I joined a group, Dense Breast Canada, who are changing mammogram ages, and it's just incredible the work that they're doing. So I like to support these small organizations because they're small with a giant heart, and they're working so hard for us women, right? Because early diagnosis saves lives. So this is our third year that we've done this event, and we have vendors. We have so many raffle prizes. It's incredible. And we usually raise between $1,200 and $1,500.
Incredible.
Yeah, and
that's
so Yeah, it's incredible. And again, it's just a testimony to the type of community that we've built. And, you know, we'll have vendors that don't typically do small little things, and they'll just come because they're like, we just love coming here and supporting this cause.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, to stand here right now and think, holy, like we made it through COVID, made it through that part of my life, and like we're going on 7 years in February, right? So
Amazing.
yeah, it is. It's humbling for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome. It's an
real,
important part.
It's a huge part, and
Yeah.
it's so inspirational. I think, you know, what you overcame and what you're doing now in support of such an important cause. You know, it's something that various charities are really important. You have to give back. You have to do that because it just makes you feel good too.
Oh,
right?
service.
It's like
Yeah.
what better way than to do something so positive and to kind of give that, right? Give that
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know for me personally, like diabetes is a big cause that, you know, every year I'm involved in a cycling event. It's called Tour de Cure.
Okay.
And yeah, unfortunately, like diabetes, was my grandparents, just awful, right?
Yeah.
Like one with type
Yeah.
1, another type 2, and my dad is suffering with type 2, and you know, it's a cause that's deep to me, and so that's kind of my outlet, and for you, it's breast cancer. You know, we're going to do to get involved in all kinds of different causes. It's such an important thing. I think more and more business owners should get involved and give back, because, you know, it's not just about karma and, you know, all that. Yeah, that's all great. It just feels good.
It does
it's the
feel
right
good.
thing to
It is.
do.
Absolutely.
And I encourage all business owners to get involved in something that resonates with them, that's meaningful for them as far as charity and getting out there and getting involved.
So important. And now we're doing the handbags of hope. So that goes to women who are either in a shelter or struggling.
Yeah.
And so now we fill up the purses.
Yeah, these are underserved causes that, hey, this is let's raise awareness.
And they come. Let's bring it in. Sure, bring it in.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Amazing. I love that. Rosie, this has been an awesome talk. I really enjoyed, and I'm sure the audience enjoyed your story and, you know, how you came to be and everything. So, yeah, I'm gonna get ready for that.
Can't wait.
Get ready for that class, and yeah, I'm gonna get limber.
Yeah, maybe we'll put you at the front. You can show us how to do it.
All right.
Hey, I'm Rosie from Breathe Yoga, and I love the Elevate app. So it allows me to check in on things all day long, anytime. All I have to do is log in, which can be automatic. I like to check out my scheduling, see how many clients are in each class. Is there any wait list that I need to move clients into the class? I like to check out the reports, you know, what are our sales like today? What are our sales like all week? And it's very easy to access. I can check the day, I can check the week. It's awesome. Now, moving into the White Label app, which I absolutely love and I highly recommend. It is so convenient, not only for myself, but for clients. You can have your classes, enrollments, store. When I go into my store through my software on my desktop, I place all of my merchandise, my packages. It's all right here. The events for the week, for the month. If I have a sale, I just put it in there as well. So everything you need to run your business is in this White Label app. It is very it's amazing for me because I have a very busy life, and I could not run this business without this app. And my clients rave about it. When I go into my enrollments category, that's where you're gonna find all of the workshops and events. I usually post them a month in advance, and they're all right here. You press on the event, register, and you're good to go. And these are just a few of the things that I love about the Wellness Living software.
Rosie, that was quite the class, amazing. I was just absolutely dripping wet. I don't know if you can see, but my fingers kind of shriveled up there. But incredible, incredible class. You know, Manuela, you're one of the instructors.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. And some of the things that she was saying during the class, like really, really resonated with me, that we create our own reality.
Yeah, we do.
And you created an amazing reality here, and I had an amazing, amazing time. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for introducing me to your space and allowing me in. So thank you so much.
Thank you. That was amazing. I am complete. Thank you.
All right, I did it. Hatha yoga class, and it was a hot session. You know, I was dripping with sweat, but I enjoyed it so much. You know, Rosie, this place was amazing, amazing. Guys, if you are ever in Bradford, I mean, you absolutely have to check out this place right here, Breathe Hot Yoga and Wellness Studio. Rosie and her staff are just absolutely incredible. You guys out there that aren't Wellness Living customers, what are you waiting for? We support businesses big and small. This is absolutely the best time to get a demo right now. Click that demo link below, book yourselves a demo, 30, 40 minutes, and we can completely transform, show you how we can transform your business and make your life a lot easier, just like we did with Rosie and her business. Now, for you Wellness Living customers out there, I want to visit with you, but you got to tell me you want me to come out there. So put your comments down below. Make sure that you like and subscribe this video for more content like this. You know, I love doing these CEO tours. There's a new city coming up, so make sure that you stay tuned. Thanks again for watching. Till next time, everybody.